Paul, thank you. Now, Kingdom Holding Chairman Prince Al-Walid bin Talal has given his first interview since his release from the detention as part of what the government calls an anti-corruption drive. The billionaire was detained at the Ritz-Carlton throughout the campaign. Prince Al-Walid spoke exclusively to Bloomberg's Eric Schatzker.
Why were you in the Ritz-Carlton for so long?
Well, you know, you have to ask the government, not me, frankly speaking. You know, I don't believe I belong there at all. So, you know, I am always, almost always in agreement with my government, but not necessarily all the time. For example, I give advice to the government in certain incidents and certain cases, and sometimes they listen to me, and sometimes they don't. It's like they give me advice on certain things, and I listen sometimes I don't. So there's an interaction between me and the government continuously. Now, on that particular subject, I don't believe I should be in there. Yet I'm there. I respect the government. I accept what they said, and I'm under the support of Saudi Arabia, under the King and Crown Prince.
What did the government want from you? Did they ever make that clear?
Well, you know, I will not dwell into the discussion that took place between me and the government of Saudi Arabia and through the representatives.
They must have wanted something, though.
No, I read what's written, what was written, you know, that they want a chunk of A or B or C of what I have. You know, and this was all rumors.
According to one report, it was $6 billion.
Oh, yes, I read $6 billion, I read more than that, less than that, I understand that. Though, you know, frankly speaking, you know, all these are rumors, but I will not dwell into the arrangement between me and the government.
Did it cost you anything to leave?
I will not comment on the content of the agreement between me and the government.
No, but what I'm asking is, did you have to pay the government any money? Did you have to hand over any land? Did you have to surrender any shares?
When I say it's a confidential and secret agreement, an arrangement that is based on confirmed understanding between me and the government of Saudi Arabia, I have to respect that. And look, I am a Saudi citizen, right? But I'm a member of royal family. You know, the king is my uncle. Mohammed Salman is my cousin, and this is the rule of Saudi Arabia. King Abdulaziz, you know, established Saudi Arabia, correct? So my interest is really to maintain this kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and obviously my kingdom also, and to maintain the relationship between me and them, and have it, you know, unscratched completely.
You understand, of course, why I'm asking this question. There are people, fellow detainees, who signed settlements and paid large fines. I want to know whether you're in the same boat or whether you're in a different camp.
Oh, look, that's why I didn't want to be in that case, because some of those people were there. I'm not going to name names, but I know them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe quite a bit of them. That they really did commit crimes of theft. And they were involved in bribes, and they were involved in stealing funds from the government. We all know them very well. I know them, and I'm for these people there. And I am for the anti-corruption that took place in Saudi Arabia. Now, unfortunately, I was added to that group, but fortunately, I'm out of it right now, and life is back to normal. So I'm not the person who's going to come and say, you know, I forgive, I forgive, but I don't forget. I say I forgive and I forget at the same time also.
I also want to know if you retain control of your companies, whether you're still a 95% shareholder in Kingdom Holding, whether you still own Rotana, your media company, whether you're still in full control of your personal investment portfolio.
Let me assure you. Look, I'm at Kingdom Holding. I'm the chairman. Obviously, you know, I did give the power to our new CEO, طلال, more than a year ago. And also, I empowered the Al-Walid Philanthropies leader over there to manage the process, and my private office and Rotana. So they all have been empowered long time before I went to the Reds. I'm really the chairman, like the only chairman, frankly speaking, of all of them. And they're all functioning as usual. Even when I was in detention, they were still functioning. And there is a blessing in disguise, really. It was a conclusive proof that all these operations, whether it's Kingdom Holding, or the Al-Walid Philanthropies, or my private office, or Rotana, they're functioning as normal as possible, even in my absence.
But are you still the controlling shareholder?
Well, look, very simple matter. You can go, look, Kingdom Holding is being publicly traded in Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia is part of G20. And our stock market is very transparent, actually as transparent as the United States. So please, you can go to the list of holdings, and you look there, how much is my holding there? You know, you can see it's 95%. So you go there, you see what is right now, and you can verify that independently.
Your Royal Highness, you maintain your innocence. You say that you didn't sign a settlement acknowledging guilt, and that you are different, if you will, from many of the other people.
No, but we signed a confirmed understanding.
Yes.
And I say we have signed something, yes, a confirmed understanding. I don't call it settlement. Now, some others may call it settlement. I don't call it settlement because settlement, to me, is an acknowledgement that you made a wrong. You made something wrong. In my case, no, it's a confirmed understanding with the government.
You realize, of course, how important it is to be candid and honest with me about this.
That's why I'm with you now.
Because the circle of knowledge is too wide. Too many people know too many things. And if all of a sudden a different story emerges, your credibility will suffer.
Sure.
So everything we're saying,
you bet,
everything you've told me is 100% true.
I have a confirmed understanding with the government, and it's ongoing. Now, I elaborate on that. It's an ongoing process with the government.
What was it like, Your Royal Highness, being held captive by your own cousin?
Frankly speaking, it was not easy. You know, I have to confess that. It's not easy to be held against your will in a location. But I used to say, you know, look, this is your uncle, this is your country, and this is your cousin, Prince Mohammed. And really, when I left, very strange feeling I had. And I met with I gathered all the seniors of my companies and all my close confidants. And I told them, I swear to you, I have complete serenity, complete comfort, and no grudge and no bad feelings at all. And sure enough, within 24 hours after I left, we were back in communication, you know, with the King's office, with the Crown Prince and his people. And that's a very strange situation, by the way, not easy for it, but it's a fact.
And that's because what? That's because you simply had to move forward?
No, look, I'm a nationalist. I'm patriotic. I believe in my country. Look, this country has been established by the Al Sauds, you know, by my great-grandfathers. This country was done and established with our blood, with our grandfather's blood. So I'm not going to come and have this irritation that happened to me, you know, really, and to create a vendetta in me against my uncle, my cousin, and my nation, and my people in this country.
Did you see Mohammed or King Salman at any point while you were in the Ritz-Carlton?
No. During the Ritz-Carlton detention, no, I did not see any of them, but I was in direct contact through their people, yes. So I had a few representatives that goes to report to them directly.
How would you describe your relationship?
You know, no one believe it. After I left, it is not only as strong, it's stronger. And this is shocking to many people, even to my people, not only to you. I told them, my relationship right now with Prince Mohammed Salman, this guy is not only as strong as before, stronger. And this is shocking to many people.
You've forgiven him?
No, I didn't say forgiven. I forgot and forgiven the whole process completely. It's behind me. Completely. Completely.
How often are you and he in contact?
Barely 3 days come without me texting or calling him or talking to me. Barely 3 days happen.
You and he talk almost every 3 days.
I say we text a lot. We text a lot, but we talk, you know, less frequently. But barely a week goes without us communicating. Barely 3 days end without us communicating.
What about your profile, domestically or internationally? Will that have to change?
No, but you know, some you know, thanks God, many of the companies I deal with, and many of the banks I deal with, you know, they all been in touch with me. And I really take this opportunity to thank many heads of state in Europe, many heads of states in the Arab world, many heads of states in the Far East, and many ex-heads of states in the United States, really for caring about me and being in touch with my office and with me after I left and during my detention. And I thank specifically, you know, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, you know, Lloyd Blankfein of Goldman Sachs, Corbett of Citi, and, you know, President Carter.
They checked in on you?
Oh, yes. And actually, Bill Gates issued a press release about me. So I really appreciate, please, and I miss a lot of my friends here, because I have no time to mention all the names. So I really appreciate what they did, all those in the political arena, national, region, internationally, and in the business community also. So I really thank them for their care about me, and say I will never let you down.